Many people believe that wealth means showing the world everything you've achieved. Luxury cars shining in the driveway, expensive trips shared on social media, designer clothes displayed on the streets, and watches worth thousands flashing on your wrist. But here's a truth few dare to say. The more you try to look rich, the further you get from real wealth. And the simpler you appear, the faster you build true freedom. That's why I say without hesitation, looking poor is not shameful, it's strategy. And soon you'll see how this strategy changes not only the way you deal with money, but also the way you live. While many people believe success is equal to status, those who understand the game know that flaunting is too heavy a burden. People finance cars they don't need, spend fortunes in restaurants just to impress strangers, buy watches that cost months of work, and travel on borrowed money just to post a picture. But some act the exact opposite way. They prefer discretion, silence, anonymity. This person doesn't draw attention in public, doesn't flaunt, but behind the scenes builds a solid and consistent fortune. And here's the detail that sparks curiosity. Often, the one who seems to have little is exactly the one who has the most. Just look at true millionaires. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought decades ago. Mark Zuckerberg is often seen wearing the same simple t-shirts. Amancio Ortega, the founder of Zara, avoids the spotlight and lives like any ordinary person. What do they all have in common? Enormous, consolidated fortunes. They understood that wealth isn't measured by the eyes of others, but by the peace of living without needing to prove anything. And if you think this simplicity is accidental, know this: it's pure strategy. But what no one tells you is that this choice is not just about saving money, it is also about protection. Those who look like they have less rarely become targets. The friend who flaunts is always pressured to pay the bill, always asked for loans, always surrounded by envy and expectations. The one who looks like they have little avoids all of that. It is like wearing a cloak of financial invisibility. No one points at you as a target. No one tries to take advantage of you. No one expects you to fund anyone else's lifestyle. This invisibility becomes freedom. And if that already sounds advantageous, prepare to see the psychological impact of this choice. Looking poor is, above all, liberating. Those who try to look rich end up trapped in jobs they hate just to pay for things they didn't need. They live enslaved by their own image, buried in debt, under constant pressure to impress. But those who appear simple don't feel this weight. They don't need to compete, don't need to show off, don't need to justify themselves. That mental freedom is one of the greatest invisible assets because it frees energy to focus on what really matters: investing, multiplying, growing. And if you think this is only about mindset, wait until you see how silence completes the strategy. True millionaires rarely talk about money. They don't announce how much they have, don't reveal where they invest, don't broadcast their gains. Silence is part of the game. The less you say, the more protected you are. When no one knows what you have, no one builds expectations, no one pressures you, no one asks. That silence guarantees autonomy and allows you to accelerate results. But if you think it's only about secrecy, wait until you see how society interprets those who choose to look simple. Many confuse looking poor with lacking ambition. That's where the mistake lies. The simple person is not mediocre. They are strategic. They haven't given up on achievements. They've simply understood they don't need to flaunt anything to be free. This idea stirs controversy because the world has been conditioned to believe that the ones who shine brightest have the most. But in practice, those who shine too much usually burn out quickly. Those who grow in silence grow roots that last. And if this already sounds contradictory, the paradox that comes next will open your eyes even more. Most of the time, those who look rich are in debt, and those who look poor are the ones accumulating. The brand new car might belong to the bank, the luxury watch might be split into 12 installments, the international trip might have been bought on credit. Meanwhile, The person driving an old car, wearing simple clothes and posting nothing on social media could be buying properties, accumulating dividends and building a safe retirement. This paradox confuses many, but it explains why the truly wealthy are almost invisible. And if all this makes sense, wait until you see the long-term impact. Looking poor is a strategy of patience. It's accepting being underestimated today to be free tomorrow. It's giving up applause now to conquer independence later. The world craves instant gratification, likes, status, recognition. But real wealth doesn't work like that. It is slow, silent, and often boring. And it works precisely because it's boring. Few people have the discipline to stay the course, but the strategy doesn't stop here. It advances to a higher level, one that touches not only the present, but also the future. When someone chooses to look simple, they're protecting not only what they already have, but also what they will build. It is like a chess match. It is not about the move now, but the setup for the next 10 moves. The simple person thinks about the future. And here's the crucial point few consider: the impact this posture has on the next generations. Because looking poor today might be the secret to leaving solid wealth for your children tomorrow. Legacy is the final stage of this strategy. When you don't have to worry about appearances, you can direct your resources where they really matter. Assets, investments, businesses, property. What looked like simplicity reveals itself as powerful planning that spans decades. The goal stops being immediate applause and becomes building something that outlives you. That creates a clear line between those who chase status and those who chase permanence. But maybe the most intriguing part is what comes next: the impact of this choice on the freedom to live. Those who appear simple gain something priceless: time. By not spending energy trying to impress others, they have time to think, plan, create, and live. That's the true definition of wealth, not depending on every hour worked to survive, but having the freedom to choose what to do with your days. While those who flaunt spend their lives running to keep up appearances, those who look poor enjoy the rarest luxury: autonomy over their lives. And if you already see the depth of this choice, the final reflection will surprise you. Would you rather be applauded today for an image that isn't real, or build in silence the fortune no one will ever take from you? That decision might seem small, but it defines your whole journey. Flaunting might bring likes, but it fades fast. Simplicity might bring criticism, but it creates roots that last forever. And as Warren Buffett once said, if you buy things you don't need, soon you will have to sell things you do need. The choice is right in front of you. Spend to look rich, or invest to be truly free.